Hi everybody, I'm back. Okay, so now have you all finished the practice 5? Okay, now I'm going to share with you the answers. Okay, let's take a look. Same thing. All right, when you are doing telling time, right, always remember the hour starts first. So hour is always the shorthand. So draw your dotted line to make sure that you get it right. So your hour hand is very close to 1, has not touched 2 yet, so it's actually 1 still. All right, and then here is 5, 10, 15, so it's 15. So here will be 15 minutes after 1. Okay, so minutes comes first, then your hour. Okay, all right, let's move on to question to part B. Okay, again, look at the hour hand and draw your dotted. Now it's between 3 and 4. Has it touched 4? Not yet, so it's still 3. So I just write it down here, hour and minute, so it's 3. Okay, and your minute will be, so this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that's 40. Okay, so your answer here is 340. So how do you write it down using the word after? So it's 40 minutes after 3. Is everybody okay? Right, let's do part C. Okay, part C, again, same thing. Always look out for the hour hand, that's the shorter hand, and draw your dotted line. So between 10 and 11, so you take 10 because it has not touches 11, so 10. So your hour hand is 10. Your minute hand will be at 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's 20. So your answer here is 10, 20. So how do you write that using after? So it's 20 minutes after 10. Is everybody okay? Yeah? Okay, let's move on to part B. Using, again, the hour hand. Alright, you have to draw the dotted to make sure that you know which number you have to pick. Okay, so it's between the space of 12 and 1. It hasn't touched 1 yet, so definitely, alright, it's 12 still. Alright, and your minute hand is 10, 5, 10, 15, 15, 20, 25, and that's 30. So that's 30. So it's 12, 30. So using the word after, so it's 30 minutes after 12. Is everybody okay there? Alright, next. So we have to look at the hour hand first. Okay, hour hand first. Draw your dotted line. Never mind if it exceeds, it's fine, so that you can see better. Alright, so you can see that the space here is between 8 and 9. It hasn't touched 9 yet, so you have to take 8. Okay, and then you go counting using your 5 times table. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So it's at 9, so that's 45. Alright, it's pointing at 9, so it's 45. So it's 8:45, and that's 8:45 here is your answer. Using the word after, so it's 45 minutes after 8. Is everybody okay there? Alright, let's continue. Okay, the next page, right, it's all they mixed up a lot of the answer option that we have done. Okay, it's not anything new, so it's kind of like a revision for this page. Okay, but first of all, before we even look at all these answers here, I want you to look at all the clock first. Okay, why? Because I want you to write down all the answers for the clock, the time. Okay, all the time for the clock. Okay, so in this case, my first clock is the time states is actually, okay, I'm doing the hour again, so it's between 6 and 7. I take my 6, and it's at 8, so that is 40. So it's 6:40. Okay, class? Next, again, my hour hand always starts with hour hand. Okay, so your hour hand is pointing, well, it's really at 7 there. Okay, so here you got to be very, very sure. Okay, so this is pointing at 7. Okay, So it's not 6, okay? It's not like very close to 6, you know. So it's, yeah, it's pointing very, very close there. Alright, so I want you to really, really be very careful. It's pointing at 7, so you cannot take 6. This is already 7 o'clock. So it's 7, and here will be your 10. Alright, so it's 7:10. Okay, you got to be very careful with this one because this hour hand is really pointing at 7. They're almost okay. Right. Right, let's take a look at the next one. Here, the hour hand is not pointing. Has it pointed at 4 yet? Okay, you got to be very sure when you draw the dotted line. No, it has not reached 4. So you cannot take 4, not like this. This one has already reached 7, so you got to take 7. So in this case, it is still 3. Not yet 4, okay? And at 9, so that's 45. So it's 3:45. Is everybody okay? Right, next, you have your hour hand. Right, draw your dotted line. Between 2 and 3, this is quite obvious. So it's not yet 3, so it's still 2. And at 7, that is 35. Okay? Right, next, you have hour hand. Alright, this is also very obvious. Between 8 and 9, it has not reached 9, so it's 8. And this is 30, so it's 8:30. Okay, the next one. Alright, this is also quite obvious. It has not reached 10, obviously. Alright, so that's 9. And this is 15, so it's 9:15. Alright, it's just that here, I need you to be very careful. As you can see, the hour hand is already pointing at 7. It's no longer, you know, almost close to 7, but it's at 7, so it's 7:10. Okay, alright. So these are all the answers that you have to look up for. Okay, so 6:40. 6:40, there's no 6:40 here, but there's 40 minutes after 6. So isn't that 6:40 also? Right, so that's your answer. Okay, 7:10. 7:10, I see 10 minutes after 7. So that's your answer for this one. 7:10, 10 minutes after 7. 7:10. Okay, next, 3:45. 3:45 is this. So you have to join these two lines. Okay, 2:35. Okay, that's very simple because it's already showing you the time. 8:30. Okay, half past. Half past means half of it. Alright, half past means half of 1 hour, so that's 30 minutes. So it's 8:30. Right, so that's, oops, sorry, so it's here. Okay, and then you have your last answer, 9:15. Okay, all right. So class, that's your work for today. All right, so that's your answers. I hope everybody can see that clearly. All right, I can bring it up. All right. Okay, is everybody okay there? Right. Okay. All right. So I'll be seeing you for another lesson. Okay. So goodbye.